Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about the hypocrites, Inna buyutana awra wa ma hiya bi'awra I yuriduna illa firara. That the hypocrites, they didn't want to fight, so they said, we left our doors open in our houses. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, their doors are not open, they just want to run away from the battlefield. This is a smoke screen, and this is what they do. They baffle you with nonsense. You can't beat them with facts, you baffle them with nonsense. And that's exactly what has been done to our communities for the past 20 years. Umar Johnson, he said that the enemy of progress is confusion. And when you don't know what to do, guess what? You do nothing. The enemy of progress is confusion. And when you don't know what to do, you do nothing. And that is exactly what has happened in the African American Muslim so-called Salafi communities for the past 20 years. From 1998 to almost 2018, we haven't established anything. Nothing. We've been too busy, baffled with the confusion of this machine.
You know, but here's the issue. Anything that takes me away from who I am, I can't be involved with it. Anything that takes me away from who I am, I can't be involved with it. And one of the big problems with religion, and this is why Brother Malcolm always said, leave religion at home. One of the big problems with religion is the way it's been taught. See, everything is neutral. Everything is neutral. It's how you use it. But the way religion has been taught to black people is to make them think that it's supposed to replace their culture, which is one of the biggest misinformations we've learned in our sojourn in America. You can't take 2 billion years of African culture and exchange it, okay, for 1,500 years of Islam or 2,000 years of Christianity. Who in their right mind would give $2 billion for $2,000? It doesn't make sense. But religion wasn't even designed to replace culture. Religion was only designed to replace culture when religion was used as a weapon by conquerors and invaders to colonize the people. That's when they started exchanging religion for culture. Prior to religion becoming a handmaiden of conquerors, you could have your culture and you could have your religion. You see, but with the rise of white supremacy, religion became another tool. So you send in the missionary and then you send in the military. They do the same thing.
According to your understanding of Islam, being that you've been in it all your life, do you see racism in Islam?
Of course there's racism.
And if so, how come the rest of our brothers don't see it? Are they, I mean, because you can talk to the average Muslim brother from America, I ain't talking about our African brothers, but they refuse to see it, brother. They look at everybody as their brother. Exactly. A white man could come here and say, Assalamu alaikum, brother. Exactly. And they'll automatically get brainwashed thinking that this is my brother because he got the Quran, he read the Quran, he pray like me, so he's my brother. They are oblivious to this, brother.
Well, the reason why that is, Brother Sarnetta, is because in the post-slavery era, most black people have been taught that their religious identity supersedes their racial identity. The average black child is taught that, whether they're Christian, Muslim, Hebrew, regardless of the faith, they're taught to identify primarily with religion. Race is either secondary or totally non-important. So as the African baby grows up, they see themselves as a Muslim only, as a Christian only. I always give the parable that if you line up 3 people, 3 children, and one of them is Chinese, and one of them is English, okay, from the United Kingdom, and you line up a Negro child and you ask them who they are, the Chinese man, who may be a Muslim, is going to say, I'm Chinese. The English child, who might be a Christian, is going to say, I'm English, I'm Jewish, I'm Italian, I'm French. And the Negro will say, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, or I'm a Hebrew. Why is it everybody identifies with the race first, the culture, but us? Because the slave master and the colonizer took away your culture and gave you religion and made you content with the colonizer's interpretation of your faith. So what we have to do, going back to Garvey, going back to what Malcolm taught coming from Marcus Garvey, we have to start raising our children with an African consciousness. If you want to give them religion, make sure they keep it secondary. But religion is not more important than race. It never has been, and it never will be. When Muslims of other races come to America, they use the numerical numbers of African American Muslims to gain a political and economic foothold, Brother Sarnetta. I see it. They use them to get the gas stations. They use their know-how so they can build the supermarkets, and then they don't do nothing for the Africans who they just use to help them get an economic or political foothold here in the United States. That's because of religious identity. Get rid of the religious identity and pick up race first. Marcus Garvey said, quote, "In a world of wolves, one should go armed. And one of the most powerful defensive weapons in the reach of Negroes is the practice of race first in all parts of the world." Marcus Garvey said if we would just put our race first, we would solve half of our problems. But most of us identify with our fraternity, with the Masonic Lodge, with our sorority, with our religion, with our skin complexion, with the college that we graduated from, with our particular profession. Look at the black bourgeoisie. Most of them identify with their profession and their status. They don't deal with race at all. And so what we have to do again, raise the children to be Africans first and members of religion second. And if we can't do it, if we cannot put race before religion, then get rid of religion altogether. Because there is absolutely no proof in the post-slavery era to show that any religion, any of them, have benefited the political and economic progress of black people. Not a single one.
Beautiful, brother. Thank you, Brother Umar.
Umar Johnson, he said that the Umar Johnson, he said that the Umar Johnson, he said that the
فهذا إما جاهل أو ضال مضل وشديد من النوع الثاني ضال مضل يجب الحذر منه